Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Good morning. You know what time it is? It's coffee time. Hi, bud. You know my coffee. Got the goods. Switched it over. You already know the deal. And the heater's about to turn on. So I'm gonna continue making some breakfast and enjoy the morning, and then we'll get right into how to decorate a tablescape with things you already have at home. Hey, bud. You're the cutest. Give him a kiss. Oh, thank you. Hey guys, so my mom is back and she is the mastermind behind all the creativity that goes into our household. So we're going to do just a little collaboration on a tablescape, mostly because a lot of the things that I now buy, I buy intentionally for things like this. However, this is gonna be more so, I know you guys asked to do a tablescape for things that you already have at home. So we're gonna do the basics, and then we'll do just some add-ons in case, you never know, you guys might have these things around your house and you don't even realize it, that can be used on a table as well. Let's get started. Just also, by the way, it's just us four in this household. It's my parents, myself, and my brother. So we're just gonna set up the table for 4. However, we have a setup table for 6. But we're just gonna show you guys per person, obviously, but depending on how many of you guys there are in your household or how many people or guests you're expecting, just obviously you can do anything and move things around to make room. But we're gonna do a setup for 4 as if we're eating here at the table. Usually I like table runners, but my mom just got this new tablecloth.
Yeah. Did you want to use this one?
Yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. It's like a green.
It's from all
plaid.
cotton and linen. You didn't know that, but they have great tablecloths and they're cheap. They're all cotton.
I'll link it below if you guys wanna snag it for after the holidays.
And I got this one longer than our table because I wanted it to cover.
So what are some basics that we need?
Well, basics that we need, and one main basic that you should have is a centerpiece. We don't have a centerpiece. I should have gotten some flowers at Trader Joe's when I went this morning, which I should have. I don't know why I didn't think about it. But
yeah, I totally forgot about that.
That's what you'll need first and foremost, and then from there you can start, you know, setting up the plates and napkins and utensils, obviously, and then the glass that the type of glassware that you want to use. The flowers or greenery are essential for any tablescape, I think. A lot of the times what happens is when I don't have fresh flowers from the market, I'll literally go outside and just clip a bunch of greenery.
Yeah, go around in your neighborhood, go see what kind of trees and bushes or even florals are around. Because that's always the best. Even when we go to the grocery store and get fresh flowers, we usually tend to go for the bouquets that have a lot of greenery anyway, and the tones that we're trying to go for.
So in this case, we actually do have some white roses outside, and so I'm going to clip some of those so that we can bring them indoors, and it'll actually go very well with this tablecloth since we already have a white Christmas theme going. That's going to be the case.
Definitely come up with your color scheme. Like if you want to go classic red, green and white, or just choose like a focal point and do, like if you want to do this and then have the centerpiece be red, like just go all in for it. For us, we like to kind of take in all the decor that we have and pull in all the colors, so usually white is our go-to, plus it's the only thing we have right now, so yeah. So this is the centerpiece that my mom created from things in our garden. Some white roses, greenery in a transparent vase. You can obviously do whatever vase you want. especially ones that will go with your accent. Our accent is gold. And then we put some tapered candles. That's usually our go-to on a tablescape because they're longer, and if you do light them, they're not going to be so low like regular little candles. Now we get into the basics. But you can do whatever you want with your centerpiece. I mean, this is usually our go-to. We like having some candles, and then
you can add some ornaments here if you have extra ones, obviously, too. We're not trying to get too fancy. Again, it's just us here tonight. Normally, if we are hosting, we'll add a little more.
Yeah, it's all about, like, keep in mind if you like having appetizers or things on the table, the less is better when it comes to decorating. So this is like obviously optional. Typically, like, this small vase of flowers doesn't take up much room on this table, so you could still add like food and stuff around it. You can skip the candles entirely, or you can skip a whole centerpiece and just do your feast. But now we're going to decorate the table with your plates, your cutlery, or silverware, whatever you want to call it, glassware, and some napkins. And this is all stuff that pretty much every household has on hand, so just pull out whatever you like have, basically.
Yeah, we literally did not buy anything for today's tablescape.
Okay, so here we already kind of put things together, but we've got 4 plates, 4 sets of utensils and napkins. I wanted to show you guys really quickly the napkins. If you have napkin rings, that's amazing. We do. But if you want to make it more festive, again, if you don't want to add so much on the table itself, go with something simple like this. We had extra jingle bells from our leftover decor that we used jingle bells for, and my mom just cut a ribbon, tied it around through the bell itself and around the napkin.
And this is ribbon literally that I buy throughout the year from the Dollar Tree, because if I see a color that I like, I'll just buy it just to have around, just for easy things like this.
Yeah, plus if you were wrapping gifts and using ribbon and you have extra ribbon, there you go. Already. Look at how cute. Already. Okay, glassware. Let's talk about glassware. It all depends on what you're serving, but if you want to be fancy, use some wine glasses, stemless with the stem. Go for whatever you want. The fancier, the cuter, I would say. So we have a couple options. We've got with a stem, fancy, and stemless, still fancy. Plus it depends on the guests you're having too. If you're worried about using your fancy stuff, don't go with it.
So we can probably even do a mixture. You want to do like two stemless and then stemless. Just because the boys probably would most likely drink out of this one. And then
Okay, so we have some bread and butter, and then I threw on the crescent rolls on a little cake stand. If you have one on hand, use one of these. If you want to use a charcuterie board, you can use like a cutting board and make a charcuterie board if you want, I guess, too. And then you can add a big old turkey on one end if you're making a turkey.
Or ham.
Yeah, ham, all of the above. Like I said, more appetizers. You can just serve them on serving platters if you have serving platters. Boards I like to go with more because they have that wood color, so it just stands out more. Cake stands I like because they're elevated, so it just adds something to the table like the wine glasses do.
You could also, one thing we didn't use here is a placemat.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of people, or like the, what do they call those?
Chargers.
Chargers, yeah. Yeah, normally we could do that.
Yeah.
It obviously makes it
Fuller.
It adds a little more character to the tablescape. But again, like we said earlier, it's just us, and it's fairly simple, and something that we literally put together by simply using some of the things that we had on hand.
Yeah, it's been like what, 20 minutes, and we did this within that time frame.
To each their own,
Yeah.
obviously.
Plus, when you add a runner or a tablecloth like this, it already adds so much underneath the plates and obviously the whole setting itself, which is why we prefer to like get these things over using the mats or whatever. But this is our simple tablescape. Hopefully this encourages you guys to decorate with the things that you have on hand, and maybe even DIY a little something like this, because this is pretty common too. Like I said, this was all leftover stuff from what we had throughout decorating this season. Thanks for watching, you guys, and Merry Christmas to you and yours from me and mine. Love you guys all, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Christmas Day. Bye.